Hi everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys and this is your fortnightly pick a card reading. But I will include as well a quick overview of the year ahead, what themes come up for you, what could work for you, what could work against you, and what to look out for, and advice. I won't be doing prediction. It's just something that you can work with for the year ahead, and I did it for the zodiacs, and I know that mine, for example, I found very powerful. So that's that. And also I wanted to do a really quick hello and wish you a really, really happy 2022, and hoping that things balance out for you, that whatever didn't work works well, that things start moving, but also more importantly that you have all the joy and peace and love that you wish and hope for. And so you will I'll have timestamps in the description box. For those who are unfamiliar with pick a card readings, simply go to your heart, use your intuition, and choose on the basis. You could also choose on the basis of what you're attracted to. I'll use 4 different decks today, and yes, I feel like this is going to be a really special reading, and I'm hoping that the year ahead is amazing for all of us. For those who are not South African, I have done a journal. I've created a journal and it's on Amazon. You can find it for the year 2022. I did try to, unfortunately, there is no print on demand here service, but I'm working on something for South African friends. But for those in other parts of the world, I have a little diary/journal, and I've got messages from the tarot for each month. I know that January is kind of passing us by, but that's just for you to know. I tried to buy one for myself so that I could show it to you, but Amazon won't deliver here for some strange reason, that particular thing. Okay, but I will leave it there, and you'll see me on the other side. Welcome back everybody. Here are your choices, nice and big and bold, and the Honorable Dragon presides. We'll need to find a name for this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dragon. Your choices are between my 4 new decks over Christmas and my birthday. 2 of them were gifted to me by me. Curious Creatures, the Witch's Wisdom, the Herbal Tarot, and the Elemental Power Tarot, Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. You can take a moment and make your choice or choices. Welcome back, Group 1. You've chosen the Tarot of Curious Creatures. Let's see what messages we have for you. We'll start with your year ahead. For the year ahead. I think it's this one. Ooh, nice one. 10 of Pentacles. Could work against you and what could work for you. Oh, nice, very nice. And advice, 2 for advice. Okay, your theme is the 10 of Pentacles, and it's about, I feel you are looking towards stability, Group 1, whatever that means. Maybe in partnership. It's like you want the whole tutti, the abundance and the lovership and the family, and why not? So hold this theme, hold this that you desire close to your heart for the year ahead. What could work against you is your unwillingness to walk away. Check, this giraffe is they're exiting, right? So just check this. What are the things you need to walk away from? That's what you need to keep reminding yourself. Am I holding on too tightly? That kind of thing. Working for you is this mindset of the King of Pentacles. This is the ultimate financial creator, right? The king is like the earth signs are associated with business, with stability, with really making money. In any case, you are embodying what's working for you, what your kind of like what you need to embody is this attitude of the King of Pentacles. Business, it's like a business-minded approach, and like making things stable. Like this King of Pentacles is sitting on the abundance throne. So it looks good. It really looks good, Group 1. Your advice is, gosh, I thought it was here. Your advice is the Six of Cups. Well, there's something to do with nostalgia here. The Six of Cups is about love, past life love, or about family, about things from the past. So I feel maybe it's because it's here. I feel like maybe there are things from the past that you need to let go of, like maybe past hurts, past beliefs. Like if you had beliefs about poverty, that it's like some of us might have been taught that poverty or strife makes you strong, which it does, it can, but we can also grow strong through wonderful things, right? So maybe you look at your past, your beliefs that might be holding you down, dear hearts. Then the other one is the Ace of Pentacles, which is opening yourself to offers. Just keep an open heart. I just did a yoga nidra now before doing this, and it was so much. There was a part of it was about just sitting in your heart and having an open heart. So open your heart, dear hearts, to abundance, to this King of Coins energy. I feel you need to embody this whenever you feel like a bit insecure. Just imagine yourself as the King of Coins. And keep yourself open for, this suggests to me an offer coming in, like a big offer, like a solid offer. So keep your mind and heart open to those possibilities. Okay, Group 1, let's wrap that up and let's move on to your reading for the next 2 weeks. Wow, so many. All your oh wow, look, all your cards are reversed, and then you get the Ace of Cups in the upright, and you get the Seven of Pentacles beneath the deck in the reverse. So I would say you need to calm down. So what this suggests to me is that you are really concerned, given your 2020 reading, that you are all about the money this year. Or whatever abundance means to you, but I think it's about money. And your caution is, over the next 2 weeks, don't rush. Take time out to just contemplate, right? We can't be doing all the time. We also have to be being, because it's in the being that things are revealed, okay? you get the eight of swords in the reverse. So maybe you are coming unstuck from something. Something's been keeping you stuck, but I feel it's a battle for you. You are wanting to unstick yourself, dear heart, but I think you're afraid maybe, but we'll see when we get the clarifiers, of moving forward on something, of allowing something to die. Remember, that was your caution as well, and it was also an 8. So the 8 of Swords does speak about, in the reverse, it does speak about starting to see where things are tying you down. So that's a good thing. But what you might struggle with is letting go. Okay, so that's just a theme for you. And we'll see what comes up when we do the clarifiers. What you need to think about is, it's like a group 1, you need this reality check in a way. It's like you need to question the way you see things. And it comes back, maybe it can come back to how you perceive the world, how you feel like maybe you do have like a poverty mindset, like you think that you only have to. You might be even feeling, dear hearts, stuck. Sometimes, like I was saying earlier, it's been a difficult year for many, and sometimes it's hard to get out of that because you've experienced like one thing after the other, possibly. So it's hard for you to see things in a different way. But you need to try, dear hearts. I really feel like, and it might take effort on your part, but we'll see as we go on in the reading. I just want to remind you, you have this beautiful cup that's coming in the outcome. But just think about, where is it that you need to look at things from a different perspective? Where do you need to change your mind about something, or a viewpoint, or a way of thinking? And there your 6 of Cups comes up again. And it's in the reverse, and it's about things from the past holding you back, dear hearts. I think that you are letting that go, but there's something from the past that you are clinging to, that needs you to look at maybe from a different perspective. It could be that you grew up in poverty, but that doesn't have to be your story, dear hearts. Doesn't have to be your story. Or it could be that the last 2 years have been a challenge in that regard, but it doesn't have to be your story for the rest of for 2022 as well. Sorry, I'm trying to get this nice and straight. Get everything in. Yep. There we go. I think that's better. But just have it like a little bit straightish. There's your 10 of Coins coming up again. It is in the reverse. So, what's just come to me, group 1, is, I think that your 10 of Pentacles, you need to do some planning, right? Take the next 2 weeks to do some planning. So think about even if you do a vision board, what do you want to have happen at the end of 2022? Because these 10 of Pentacles don't fall down like manna. Maybe for 1 or 2 of us, maybe we get lucky, maybe we are born under a lucky star, or we take the lotto and it's the right one, But we do work for our abundance. We don't have to work hard. We can work smart. And it doesn't have to be a slog. And I really believe in the balance. But we start by doing our visualizations, doing our vision boards, doing our planning. It's that old adage, and this is an Islamic saying, I believe, trust in God, but tie your camel first. This is you tying your camel, group 1. The 7 of Swords in reverse representing you. You, my dear hearts. It is in the reverse. Look at this. It's stealth and stealing, right? Have you felt in the past that you've had to do this? I think that's where you need to let go of that mindset. Like the only way I can win is by outdoing other people. I don't think that's working in your favor, group 1. Around you, you get the Page of Pentacles. So you want this new beginning, maybe with an earth sign. It's possible that there's an earth sign around you, but if it's another person, something's not working at the moment. We'll see when we get clarifiers. But also, don't be impatient with your new beginning. It's almost like it's not there yet, but it's there beneath the surface, and you need to do some of the work. Meet spirit halfway is what I'm getting. You get the Page of Wands in the near future, and this is a gung-ho page, but you do get it in the reverse, and it's almost like your message is to hold your horses. Be easy about it. Don't rush. And even if this doesn't come in as you expect it to, go with the flow. You have as your guidance the Strength card. Look at this lovely Strength card. So cute. It's poise. I see poise. Take everything with poise. Just look at things as they come and just say, okay, that's fine. I'm learning this from that. I'm not that I'm seeing that things are going to be difficult, but I feel like your lesson for the next 2 weeks is to be poised, to practice this poise. And look at this beautiful, big, huge cup coming from Spirit. The Ace of Cups. And this suggests love. It suggests an offer of love. It could also be a big offer of an offer that fills you with passion, that makes you feel joyful. It's like the ultimate job, the ultimate love, the ultimate whatever. So that's what this reading is suggesting. Oh, let me use this. Beautiful. I love these cards as well. Let's get clarifiers. Oh, God. Come on. Come on. They're not playing nicely with me. Going on for you, Pippies? I love that. Ooh, nice. Nice. Again, don't rush. Don't rush. That's your guidance. Don't rush. Take time out for this contemplation. Oopsie. And reflection. Be like this piggy-o. Okay. So, you get the 10 of Swords with the 8 of Swords. I really feel, Group 1, you are needing to think about the next 2 weeks, I think, are really important for you to think about what it is how do you hold yourself back? Where do you sit with the swords in your back and not let them go? Where do you imagine yourself trapped? I think for some of you, you're starting to see this, or you might be aware of what it is, and you have pinpointed this past thing that's keeping you trapped. But I feel like that's a powerful theme for you to work with in the next couple of weeks. You get the death and judgment in reverse. I feel like this is quite something you're really finding hard to let go of. But let's see what the advice says. That might be just how you're feeling right now. You know, it's like in some way you are holding yourself back from a new beginning, dear hearts. So we've just come out of the new moon in Capricorn. New moons are times for opening ourselves up to receive. But I feel like maybe over the next week or so, work on letting go. Just maybe go to bed and ask, what is it I need to let go of, if you don't know, right? And just keep working on that. And then at the full moon, you can release that. And the full moon should be in maybe a week's time. Well, you can just check. And the full moon, I think, will be in the sign of Cancer. So it's quite an emotional sign. So you there's something there's some way you are holding yourself back. And you know what? I think it's this. You have, group 1, you have a way of, for whatever reason, there's no judgment here. It might be your way. It might be how you were raised. Or maybe you were brought up in such a way that it was a dog-eat-dog world for you. You had to look out for number 1. Or it just might be that your circumstances are making you feel like this, making you feel like you have to move off with the spoils. This is the same card you got for you, right? The 7 of Swords. And I think this might be the thing from the past, or could be like a past lover or a past relationship or a past job that's made you feel this dog-eat-dog kind of thing, right? I feel for the week ahead, look at, maybe use the Hanged Man. So you can do either of these things or both. When you go to bed, use the Hanged Man and see what it feels like to look at this particular issue from a different perspective, whether it's this thing of where you play this game of winner takes all, this non-collaboration. It's just see how you can look at it from a different perspective, group 1. Now, it could be for some of you that this is what you've experienced from the outside world. And if that's the case, the same goes. One, I suppose, is how do you let go of it? How do you let go of that energy around you, right? Because we're attracted to ourselves for, not that we actively do, right? I don't believe that. I feel like those lessons are there to teach us. So you are learning something from it, but you don't have to learn that way. Maybe ask yourself, what have you learned from these experiences? And how can you see them from a different perspective and let them go? If they're not serving you, let them go, right? I am getting, well, let's see what the advice is and what comes up for you. For example, like what I'm saying, like if this has been what you've felt like, that you've had to do this, I have to protect myself at all costs. Just go into, well, I was going to say, ask yourself why, but you don't have to do that. Just use the Hanged Man to help you see from a different perspective. And the reason I don't want to go into the whys and wherefores is that for each of you it will be a different experience. For some of you, this is how you've behaved or are behaving. For some of you, it's how other people have behaved towards you, right? And maybe you are needing to learn a few tactics, some guile, some protective measures. So you know your soul, you know your heart, which one applies to you, or which possibilities apply to you, and work with those, right? And with the Hanged Man, just allow whatever comes to come. But there's something that I feel like, and let me just, because I'm organizing my thoughts as I speak here, maybe use the Hanged Man for a couple of nights and then ask what it is you need to let go of. I think that the Hanged Man will show you, and then allow yourself over the full moon. And when at the time of the full moon, let that go. You can write it down, burn it, sit under the moon and let that go. And even if you can't sit under the moon is still there, right? Right? It's there. Just still imagine yourself under it, wherever you are, Yeah. near past, you get the Page of Wands in reverse and the Six of Cups. You know, for some of you, this could be letting go of, maybe you have experienced your ideas being shot down. Maybe you've experienced a constant, maybe you felt put down in the past. Like you can't have your new beginning, like you can't try new things. Maybe something has repeatedly made you feel like you are not worthy of this adventure, you know. But I feel you letting that go. That's in your past, and it's part of this letting go as well. So take what fits. With the Ten of Pentacles, there you go, the Four of Swords. It is in the reverse. Don't resist the quiet time. Don't resist the contemplation, dear hearts. The spending time outside, just whistling. That's what I imagine that pig whistling, right? Just taking it easy, you know? It's so important. It doesn't have to be a struggle. Look at this person with their hand over their eyes. They're kind of like meditating, but oh, grrr, kind of thing. Just be easy, be easy. In representing, you get the Seven of Swords with the Four of Cups. So maybe you are letting go of that energy. Well, I feel like, gosh, you know, I feel so that you're so blessed in a way, Group 1, because Spirit has highlighted this thing for you to look at and offering you, really through this reading, the chance to confront this old pattern, confront this way of being, even if it's just over the past few months or the past few years, whatever the case might be. You really are having this chance, and I think that you are taking it because you have the Seven of Swords in reverse. I think you are willing to do that work, you know, of letting go of wherever you've seen the offers as not right for you, wherever you felt maybe kicked and refused in a way. And you're around, you get the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. There's this offer, but it's still stuck. And I feel like that's okay, you know. It's, you know, it could be that this love offer is, there's an offer wanting to come in, but that person is reflecting you in a way, or that job or whatever it is a reflection of where you are. And I feel like there's a strong theme here for you of biding your time, of just taking it easy, even if things aren't clear yet, because this reading indicates that things are not clear yet, but that they will become clear, you know. So in the meantime, don't be hard on yourself. Try not to be hard on others. Just try to just take time out for the whistling and for taking it easy, and don't try to rush it, dear hearts, even if that's difficult for you. This could even be your energy of still feeling trapped, and if it is, if you are feeling that you resonate with this Eight of Swords, please go to my one of my playlists. I think I'll put it at the end of this, where I work with the Eight of Swords, but from a different deck, from a specific deck. It's important to work with it from that deck. It has its own richness, and the exercise I suggest is related to that card. In the near future, with the Page of Wands, it's like this: you are champing at the bit. You want to run forward now. You want to rush forward. But, dear hearts, hope. I love that you get the Star of Hope. Do your healing work in the next 2 weeks. Do this work. And you know, if you can, take salt baths, go to the beach if you can, or watch, but work with water. Water is healing you. When you shower, you can rub yourself with salt, and then let the water rush through. Let the water pour over you and imagine all that is not serving you being released. Imagine the healing with that shower. That's beautiful, group 1. I think you are so guided, and you get with the strength card, you get the Fool. So what I feel here, poise is your way of being. Do these exercises, but try to even say the word poise. Poise. I am poised. I am poised. And you know, as I'm saying that, I'm thinking this Fool is poised, right? But different kind of poised. So this poised is meaning just being calm within yourself. Look at this. It's the strength card. Look at how that being is so contented within themselves. They're just believing in themselves. And the poised here is ready to take that leap of faith. I think that's lovely. So I feel like your week ahead, the 2 weeks ahead is about this, and it's preparing you to take some leap of faith. And I think that leap of faith is then linked to this offer that comes in. Please do share with me. You know, I try to avoid prediction, but this reading is this reading has 2 predictive cards, placements, right? But the idea is it's just to highlight the possibilities, right? And look at the 2 swans there. It's like love is going to be on offer for you. Please won't you share with me if that's what happens, what comes through for you? Is there an offer, a joyful offer of some kind of partnership? It could be love, it could be the perfect work relationship, the perfect study. It could be a scholarship or some breakthrough that makes your heart sing with joy. And with the High Priestess, look at the High Priestess got there. For some of you, it would be to do with studies. Maybe you've been waiting for this breakthrough with studies, and that comes through. For others, it's about work, but it's something that will be joyful for you. And lead you somewhere deeper within whatever it is you're working on, whether it's a relationship or a job or studies, or with that High Priestess there, it's moving to such a lovely outcome. And I'm seeing the High Priestess as being poised, trusting yourself, working with your intuition. Okay, group 1, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this helps you. I think it's a beautiful reading, and I wish you a wonderful 2022. I hope you confront your demons and are able to work with them. Lots of love to you, group 1. Bye. Welcome back, group 2. You chose the Witch's Wisdom Tarot, and let's begin with your overall guidance for the year ahead. These are big cards. Very big, very big. Group 2, I just want to say this. I'm going to put this in at the beginning, right? I'm doing your year end at the end because it makes sense. I did it at the end. I forgot to do it at the beginning, so I did it at the end. And you will see why I'm keeping it at the end, because I need to refer to your reading. beneath the deck you get the Priestess. This is also the number of the Judgment card. So you might be undergoing a big change right now. Taking your power. Let's see, group one. So yeah, there's some kind of rebirth going on for you. You get at the center is the Seven of Air. Let me put these here. Click in the weeds. Let me just leave that one there because it's kind of the Seven of Air. This is the card of game playing, of being in your head about stuff, like winner take all. It's really pretty here with all the feathers, but you know the feathers also talk about this head games, or the head mind being too busy maybe. Let me just look quickly. And you get the Seven of Water. Maybe it's because you have lots of choices. Wow. Group two, you need to think about that, and we'll see what happens when we get clarifiers. But to me, it's like playing games, maybe pitting people up against each other. I'm not sure if that's you or an energy around you, group two, but there's this game playing type of thing. And it's related to many choices. So as an example, you might have many offers work-wise, and so you're playing this bidding war game, and why not? But if it's at a personal level where you're doing it with family or friends or even lovers, just think about the consequences of playing with other people's feelings is what I would say. But there's this theme here happening, but we'll see when we get clarifiers, group two. You get the Four of Air in what you need to think about. I think you are needing to think about what stability looks like for you. This is such a beautiful card, and no, there's something so lovely about it. And there's a little bald eagle. What are they called? Bald. I can't think. And it's Irie. So there's its little nest, and there's the eagle there, and it's built its home on a solid foundation, and that's what you're needing to think about. What is you building on a solid foundation? In the near past, you have the Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Life in the reverse. So some cycle is not completed, and maybe you are in the throes of completing a cycle on something, but we'll see. Beneath the deck you get the Two of Wands, and maybe this is related to the cycle that's not over. The Two of Wands can, in the unconscious, is this Two of Wands. Look at these snakes. Maybe there's a partnership that hasn't completed. Maybe these partners are still copulating. Maybe they're still mating, right? And so it's not time to move on yet. Maybe there's some learning still to happen from this partnership. And it could be a lovership, but it could even be work, you know. Oh gosh, this is not even the Four of Air. This is the Four of Wands. It's a Four of Swords. So it's about taking rest, meditation. That's what this card is about. But it's interesting that I thought it was the Four of Wands, right? So you can take either, whatever fits. You have the Two of Water. It's like you've given up on love, but there's something that suggests to me that this love, this partnership, whatever it is not over. Maybe it needs to be completed properly. That hasn't. You get a number of twos, right? And the other thing I noticed was the sevens. But let's see. So you are maybe not sure about a relationship. Maybe this is because there's so many offers. But around you, you get another, like both these are in the reverse, 21 and 12. This is the World card, and it is in the reverse, and it's suggesting the same thing, that something you thought was over is not. Whether it's meant to be consolidated, to stay with you, or be completed is another question, but we'll see as we go along. You get initiation 2, number 2, in the near future. I just want to look at this card. It's very interesting. There's so much going on here. It's like the foxes want to steal from you. The crow is taking your hat. The badger has taken something away as well. You know what I feel this is that maybe you felt like you've lost a lot, but it's part of your process of healing, of transformation, of your spiritual journey. And I think that you're going to see that in the next 2 weeks. You will start honoring that, okay, this is what it was about. That's why that went and that went and that went. And it was in order for me to have this new beginning. That's what I'm feeling. You, as your advice, you get the 9 of water. And look at these salmons. Salmons I associate with richness, right? Abundance, because they flow. They are abundant in their flow when you have the salmon. Do you have a salmon run? Something like that. They're very abundant for the bears as well. Gosh, I'm trying to make sense of this picture. It's like, it feels like it's upside down. It's, I do have issues with this tarot deck, by the way, but they're not. Yeah, anyway, for another time. 9 of water, joy, happiness, abundance. It talks about independence, being on your own, being happy to be on your own. So, very interesting. Your reading is very interesting, group 2. There's like this togetherness and aloneness. Promises of possibilities of love. Sorry, let me just get this straight first, and then I'll talk. So it's enjoying your, this is being self-satisfied. So please be self-satisfied. Please pat yourself on the back for the things that you've achieved. And maybe spend time acknowledging those, but also spend time doing joyful things. Racing upstream. Whatever joyful things seem like to you, you get in the near future, you get in the outcome, you get the 10 of water. Look at that beautiful card, the jaguar there, the frogs. It's about abundance, and the toucan frogs. Wow, it's gorgeous. But you do get it in the reverse, so there might be something that it's the thing that came to me. Rome wasn't built in a day. So maybe there's just something that you might be feeling impatient for that doesn't come in the time that you wanted to. It's not yet time. Something needs to be completed, it seems like. And I think it's a similar theme to group 1. But yours, for you, it's much more present. It's much more there. I didn't do your theme for the year ahead. Wow, I will come back to that now. So sorry about that. Group 2. Let's see. These cards are now really, they've done a lot of duty. Knight of Swords in the reverse. So maybe you'll be tempted to rush, and I think that this is saying don't rush. Again, a similar theme to group 1. It's almost like you need to complete something first, and it looks like it's happening, with the Seven of Air, you get the High Priestess. I feel like you are needing to take time out to be in the quiet contemplation. There's your Four of Swords there. In order to, I think there's some kind of game that's being played around you, group 2. There's something hidden, and you need to use time. Maybe do it every day. Just take time out, even for 10 minutes, to rest and still your mind, because there's something that needs to be revealed to you that is, I feel, it's not out in the open. It might be a person, an institution, a company, whatever, but there's something that is not clear as day for you. But your inner wisdom is trying to reveal something to you. And it's related to options. You know what I think it's related to? It's related to maybe taking on too much. Being overburdened by stuff. Maybe you do too much. Maybe you take on too much work. Maybe it could even be all these options. Now, this is a similar message again with group 1. The Seven of Swords, you might be the one that's playing the games, and you could even be playing that game on yourself. It's like your thoughts, not realizing the power of your thoughts and using them against you. And that's why you need to take time to go inward and listen to this higher self of yours, right? And it might be self-protective, but I feel like you need to use it in a way that's constructive. Use your thoughts in a constructive way. And that comes back to that going within. I think it's related to options that you have, whether it's in love or work. Both of those are coming up, like maybe taking on too many projects. It could even be at home, taking more than your share of the burden. And that having all those options or all those things on the boil can lead to a game that is very unbalanced, a situation that is very unbalanced. What you need to think of this is the Four of Air, and there's this card of the hidden again. It feels like there's something that's wanting to be revealed to you. You know, it could be information that you need. It could, with the High Priestess, it could be spiritual information that you are needing to hear, that you are blocking because you're not taking time out to be still. And this is the High Priestess as well in this deck, So there's definitely some information that you are being guided to open yourself to. But it does take for you to take time out. If you can, sit under the moon every night until the full moon, and take 10 minutes out there and just listen for guidance. But don't force it. Just sit, You'll get your guidance. You'll get your nudgings. If you take that time out to be still, you will get your nudgings. Or you could even ask for the guidance when you go to sleep. And it's related. There's the Seven of Cups again here. It's related to game playing, dear hearts. How you play the game of life. How do you play with others? How do you play with people? Because I think it shoots you you shoot yourself in the foot in the process if you don't. I'm not saying for everyone. Of course, we need to take care of ourselves, And sometimes we also need to play the game when we can see it being played on us, But you decide what that is. Is it you or is it others? But something is wanting to come out for you in that regard. And I feel in your case, it's also related to division of labor. Those many options can be about how you choose to work, how much you choose to take on, how much you choose to share, something like that. In the near past, you get the Wheel of Life, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse with the Four of Coins. So this thing that's not ended, for some of you, I think it's related to work. For others, it's related to your stability. So it could be a relationship, and it could be both. It could be money related to a relationship, something that is not finalized, maybe like contracts, agreements, but it's around give and take again, something to do with give and take. In the unconscious, with the Two of Fire, you get the Ten of Cups. So you are wanting this whole tutti frutti here, and why not acknowledge it? I feel you need to acknowledge it, but there's still some unfinished business, maybe from a past love or relationship or job, that is having an effect on your next 2 weeks, that needs to be confronted somehow. I don't think that it's bad. I think maybe one of the things that you can do is think about and start writing down what does your Ten of Cups look like? What does this complete abundance and joy look like for you, group 2? There's something in love that is not working out. It feels like there's a lack of fulfillment in some relationship that you feel passionately about. Could be love, it could be this situation here. They are related, of course. So the way you're behaving here, or the way this game is being played out here, is having an impact on a potential relationship or a lovership. It could be that you've walked away from a King of Cups. You could be the King of Cups, but these cards represent you. You could be feeling like burdened by this relationship, or completely like bereft of love for it. And maybe that's the cycle that needs to be completed. Around you, you get the World with the Five of Coins. They're both in reverse, suggesting something not over, but maybe clarity is coming. Okay, so for some of you, a relationship hasn't worked out, and maybe you are walking away. Maybe you have lots of options here. But I do think you are needing to confront how division of labor is shared, or some kind of division, things are shared out, where you take on too much or where others do. But I think it's where you take on too much. But also the games that you play, or that others play, or that both parties play, whether it's love or relationship. I do see relationship energy here, and feels like to me that something is closing. You get the 2 cards of love in the reverse, right? Which suggests something being over, but it's not over, it's not complete. There's practical things that need to be sorted out. And I guess that this reading is about how you sort those things out, how you play the game of sorting those things out, dear hearts. With this thing that's not ending, there's also this energy of being left out, but coming out of that, it's possible that there's this relationship that's ended or ending, and it's still needing things to be sorted out. But the completion of it is related to how you feel. For some of you, you might not be letting go of it because you're afraid of being outside, of being an outsider, feeling alone. For others of you, the ending of it, the successful completion of it, the correct, the right way, right completion of it, and I only say that because of what shows up in the center here, is part of your process to feeling like you belong. Maybe because you belong elsewhere. Maybe for some it might be resolving this, because these things are looked at and things are done fairly, resolving this relationship and feeling again like the inside, but something needs to be resolved and completed properly. The good thing is that you get the World card in the near future. So this initiation of yours, these things that have happened that have seemed unfair, are all part of you bringing this situation to a conclusion, which is then liberating you to start anew. That's what I feel. So I feel definitely something's coming to a close. You have the 9 of water, you get the 7 of cups. Now, this is in your advice, and what it suggests is that your happiness, you need to start thinking about what makes you happy. Which of these cups makes you happy, or how many of these cups makes you happy? You can't have them all. Also, they are not all good for you. More importantly, if it's loverships, of course you can't have them all. I don't think they would all accept that, right? But also they are not all good for you. Even this happiness, this ultimate happiness, you need to think about what that is. The 9 of cups is generally a card of aloneness in this happiness, being satisfied, being alone, but it does also lead to the 10 of cups. Having successfully being initiated into the 9 of being happy on one's own leads then to a completion and a moving on to maybe a different partnership. That is all these things. That is the 10 of cups, but there's a suggestion that you need, because the 7 of cups has come twice, you need to be wise in your contemplations of what is right for you. And this doesn't have to apply to love. It can be applied to work relationships. I'm just seeing cups here, and so I've gone that way. But really, cups can talk about things that you feel emotionally bound to. Let me just look at it again. Yeah, there's a cycle that needs to be tied up properly. And it's about how you play this game. Group 1, in group 1, I also said that for some of you, you might need to be more wily, more holding your cards to yourself kind of thing. Or just, if you know yourself, if you don't play the game in this dog-eat-dog way, but others do, maybe that's your lesson, and you are needing to learn how to be more self-protective, be more wary in relationships, not wary to the exclusion of those that are good for you, but there's some deep lesson there, dear hearts, and it's related to maybe too many choices, but I feel like for some of you it is choices, and for others of you it's how too many things, it's too many things, taking on too much, offering to do too much, holding the burden when that burden can be shared, right? And then there's this thing of going within, taking time out for quiet, and so that you can have things revealed to you, so you can own the power of the high priestess, be able to be detached and to look at things from a higher perspective, because that's what the high priestess is detached. Well, this one is. The high priestess in its original form is detached, because they need to be in order to hear the wisdom that is offered to them. But it looks like also in this process something wants to be completed. Some cycle is not yet complete, but it's coming to completion. And just bear in mind that whatever's been going on, it's been part of your initiation, your journey deeper. It's been part of a lesson. The initiation can be in an area of life, because, gosh, we are learning every day, all the time, right? We're learning in the same areas, but different things. We're learning the same things, but deeper. We're learning in different, that's what life is. So it feels to me like the successful completion of this then leads to you either moving on from a relationship, doesn't have to be a lovership, but a place where you were not happy, not satisfied, where you were feeling like the outsider, to a place where you realize and note the lessons. So you can tie the cycle up and say, aha, I've learned that. Now I can go deeper in that, in this area of my life, or I can take on another challenge, or now I'm ready for this, whatever the case might be. Yeah, lots of words. But yours is a bit conundrum-y and very interesting as well. And also I wanted to share, think about it not just from love. In the outcome, you get the 10 of water and the 2 of swords. The 2 of swords, and the 2 of swords is about indecision, and the 10 of cups, like I said, is about having it all. It's like this 9 to the 10, right? I'd forgotten about that. But it's almost like, in order to have this 10 of cups, which is the ultimate fulfillment in this, whatever it is you're dealing with, you first need to find inner satisfaction with who you are. It's like you need to fill your well and open yourself up. And that's part of your journey, to opening yourself up to this 10 of cups. I don't feel it's coming now, but it suggests that you will get clarity, do this inner work. Honor the high priestess within. Challenge whatever this is, the 7 of swords energy is within yourself, because it is within yourself in some way. But look at it, confront it, and look at how can you change it to your advantage, but not in the same old. The 7 of swords is about winning at all costs. So what is the point of doing that if that's going to be a repeated cycle? Like, I'm winning now, you're going to win next, whereas you can learn to do things differently. And even if it is standing up for yourself now, you know what I mean? You don't have to play the game the same way. Play it your way. If you're an honest person, you can play that game still honestly, but do it in a self-protective way. Gosh, my words, I'm talking, maybe saying too much. Group 2, I must do your year ahead. Oh, wow. 7 of air is your theme, right? So look at this. You get the 7 of air as your theme, dear hearts, for the year ahead. Working against you is the wheel of life, not letting go of behaviors that don't serve you. The 7 of air is that game playing. How do you play the game? I think that's what's going to be your theme for the year ahead. How do you play the game of life? How do you win at all costs, even to your own detriment? You need to think about that. What could work? What's working for you is the 7 of cups. And I think now this is suggesting that you have options, and you need to be aware that you have options. But you will need to be discerning in making choices. You get for your advice, the craftsman of fire. This is like I would see it more as the King of Wands. And the 2 of fire, which you got in your unconscious. So I feel like it's amazing. It's balancing creation. Both of these are creation. It's like I was saying, they're copulating, they're still initiating, they are doing the act of pre-creation, right? Or almost they're doing the creation, and that's the creation being enacted. You know what I mean? But for me, it's like your advice for the year ahead is to keep on being conscious of, I think there's a lot of go energy with the King of Wands there. But the 2 of Wands is not a go energy. It's that resting. It's that it can even be seen as complacence, but it's not. Or in here, I'm seeing it as the going within before the acting. You know, it's that rhythm. Again, it's very similar to group 1. It's taking the time for the rhythms of life. So the go, go, go must be balanced with the reflection and the contemplation. Okay, that's it. Really, really lovely. Group 2. I hope that helps you. But I'm going to leave it there. Group 2. I think it's a very interesting reading. I think that's a powerful start to the new year for both you and group 1, maybe for all of us, everyone. I send you lots of love. Please won't you share how this reading sat for you, and give me a like, share with others, subscribe if you haven't. Sending you lots of love for the year ahead, group 2. Bye. Welcome back, group 3. This is your reading for the next... Oh, let me start. Sorry, I forgot group 1's. I'll start with your overview for the year ahead. Okay, I'll take both of those. Okay, so your theme for the year ahead is the 5 of Pentacles. Feeling like the outsider, dear hearts. I think you need to think about, maybe you need to be on the outside looking in for now, but also you need to be thinking about why you feel like an outsider. That's your theme, confronting that. What could work against you is words and actions. Be careful that you don't act and speak on the basis of feeling like you are the outsider, that there's nothing there for you, because there's plenty there for you. What's working for you is love and being willing to live with the mystery, I feel. Work with the moon constantly this year, but I feel like having an overflowing heart is working for you. Just keep holding love in your heart. These both are water, represent water. Just keep an open heart, dear hearts, and especially for yourself, right? Let's get your advice cards. I'm going to get 3 because this other one wants to... Oh, wow. Okay, so this might even be in a relationship where you felt like the outsider, and you know that can be a self-defeating prophecy, self-fulfilling prophecy, self-defeating behavior. But look at this. The 5 of Cups has that similar energy of crying over spilt milk, looking at what didn't work instead of what can work. In fact, here there are 3 cups standing, you know. So keep thinking about that. Where do you, which is linked to your 5 of Coins, see yourself as the outsider, because you constantly look at what didn't work, you know. And for some of you, I think this is related to partnerships, loving partnerships, whether family, lovers, work relationships, study relationships, where you feel passion. For many of you, it's about love and about passion. So your advice is to be brave. Take offers that come in. Take offers that come in. See them at face value. Look at the beauty in them. Trust in your big old heart to protect you, you know, and believe in love. Believe in love. Believe in balanced partnerships, dear hearts. I think that's a strong theme for you. Let me know how this sits for you. Okay, group 3, I'm going to move on now. Let's do the reading. Your reading for the next 2 weeks. Oh, lovers. You did see me shuffle. My darlings, my darlings. Let's put that one there. Let's put that one there. Oh, wow. What's going on here, group 3? Just looking good. Clarity. Truth talk, clarity. So perhaps you've been waiting for clarity on something and it comes in. Or, group 1, group 3, you speak truths that need to be spoken, whether in relationships or jobships or whatever kinds of partnerships or friendships, family, you speak truths. Group 3. Beautiful. I'm seeing such amazing energy here. Wow. God. So we start with the lovers. Love all around you. I feel like for some of you this is absolutely about love. It is about a partnership, that there's a partnership around you that you might not see, because some of you are in a relationship with this person and you can't see the beauty of it because you keep, maybe something went wrong in the past, but you keep looking at that instead of the love that is definitely present. If this is work, you might be having a negative attitude towards a business partner. You are thinking things that are not true, or negative things that are not true, but they're based on your experiences of the past. But you're going to get clarity, and maybe you need to speak truths. Let's see what the clarifiers give us so that you can heal this relationship. And it's leading to that. You get the 2 of Wands in what you need to think about. I think for you, this is saying, think before you act. I think that you're going to be called on to speak up about something. Maybe you'll be presented with some information. Someone will speak some truth to you, and you need to think before you speak. Think before you act. You know? In the near past, you were asking for your dreams and waiting for your dreams, and maybe it's coming now. You've asked for something and it looks like it's on its way. Group 1 got the 10 of Pentacles as well, but you've got it in the upright. This is in your unconscious. Wow. You know, group 3, it looks like all you've been asking for is about to be offered to you, and it's going to be like, okay, now what do I do? It's like you're going to be presented with lots of possibilities, and it's going to leave you, what do I do? You have the 9 of Pentacles. This is beautiful. So you are in this independent mode, and you might be having lots of work, lots of money. Maybe, you're feeling quite rich, or it doesn't have to be money. It can be just feeling confident and rich and abundant within yourself. And it's like that leads to this, the 9 of Coins is that aloneness. Standing on your own 2 feet, being independent. But the 10 of Coins is that complete fulfillment, family, love, joy. It's almost like this comes and then that comes. And I think you've been doing this, standing on your own 2 feet. Around you, you get the card of Capricorn, Devil, and it's in the upright. So someone maybe wants to form some kind of partnership with you. They feel powerful energies towards you. It could be you embodying this power yourself, because, by the way, the devil is not negative. The devil is just one aspect of ourselves. It's about power, how we use it, and the devil shows up to help us confront how we use power. Some of us give our power away, and some of us hold power over others. But there's a devil energy around you that is a positive influence in you, maybe teaching you how to deal with power. It could be you taking on this energy. It could be that there's a Capricorn around you. You're an earth sign, maybe. So if you're an earth sign, I would say this is your energy, but it could be someone around you. You get the card of choices. So you will be, it looks like in the near future, in the next week or so, be presented with lots of options. And maybe you, well, we'll see with Clarifier, maybe you will need to think about how you narrow those options down, how you choose. You might have to be, maybe this contemplation is about how you choose wisely. You get the Four of Coins in your advice. Wow, I feel like this is weird because I've never seen it this way. I think that your advice is to meditate on your wealth, because it could be that you are being guided to save in a certain way. You're being guided towards this independence. Maybe you started on this and you need more of it. And I think it's related to this. Contemplate on the devil in how you use power, personal power, in your independence, financial independence and abundance. Something like that. For others, it is about you being guided to how you invest, how you share, that kind of thing. And then you get a big old Ace of Cups, like Group 1. It's an offer of love or an offer of something. One of these shows itself up to be the right one. Beautiful, really beautiful. And even in work, it's like you get many offers and you choose the right one, or projects, or something that you feel very, very passionately about comes to you. Really beautiful, really lovely Group 3. These cards are so used now, they're hard to shuffle. Oopsie. You get the Knight of Coins in the reverse. Maybe with you, I think maybe you'll find that things move ahead quickly. Like Group, yeah. You might, unlike the others, I think that you might find that you get a kick up your butt, that lots of things start happening. That's what I feel with yours. Sure. Yes, and look at that with the Lovers. Maybe a King of Wands makes an overture to you, offers you love, a fire sign. Doesn't have to be a fire sign, but someone who comes to you with passion. But there's a love around you. It could be a passionate work offer, something that makes you, fires you up. Or maybe you will make an offer towards a job or love that you feel passionately about. You get the Five of Cups with the Three of Swords. You, my dear hearts, are having to heal this heart of yours that sees only the spilt cups. That's only focused on the hurt, and that's a defense mechanism. It's a way of protecting yourself, but you need to let that go. You need to realize your worthiness and remember that the past is not necessarily an indicator of the future, especially when it comes to matters of love, but even of work. It doesn't have to be a pre thing of what's to come. You can change that by changing your mindset, because really, even on a practical basis, we can predetermine something by let's say in love, you don't trust because in the past you were hurt, so you keep not trusting, and you are so nervy in a relationship, or not open, not yourself, because you don't feel worthy, and that is the thing that leads to the breakdown of the relationship. I'm talking like that likewise with work. I mean that, right? With your Two of Wands, you get the Nine of Coins. Your Nine of Coins and what you need to think about. So you're contemplating here. You're needing to think about, dear hearts, what this independence means for you. And you see, it's almost like you are in that, but at the same time, it's not complete. I think there are other things that you need to take ownership of, or it's still in the process of building.
Should I bring in the washing?
Is it raining, babe? Okay, please, babe. Thank you. Yeah. So it's almost like, what do you do to build? It's like here's the waiting for the ships to come in. It's the contemplation of those ships. That wasn't the upright, I think. Yeah, it was. I think you're planning about this because maybe you don't have this right now, but you are working towards it, and you do have elements of that independence within you. Wow. It looks good to me. It looks like you are preparing yourself for ultimate independence, which then also leads to a interdependence in some kind of relationship, whether it's a business partnership, a lovership, or whatever. And you're healing something in about the way you behave, the way you see things, and the way you act because of the way you see things and yourself. In the near past, you got this waiting for ships to come in, and this is the card of the past and nostalgia. So maybe you've put out your wishes, and maybe something did come in from the past, something from the past has a bearing on the present, I feel. Maybe it's all the hard work you've put in, love you've put into something, group 3. I think you've put in a lot of tenderness and love into something. Could be a relationship, and now, or even into yourself. It's almost like you're preparing yourself for your ships to come in, for those things that you've asked for, that you've done the hard work, and now it's almost waiting for your rewards. With the 10 of Pentacles in the unconscious, you get the 2 of Cups reversed. I feel like maybe you need to look at, or maybe this will come up for you. Maybe your 10 of Pentacles is you want complete independence on your own. But I feel like you'll also be confronted with something to do with partnerships, loverships maybe. Like, it is possible. Okay, for some of you, your journey in the next 2 weeks and even for the foreseeable future is a lone one. You are building your own independence. You're building your, whatever this empire is, whether it's in studies or projects or something, but you're building something on your own, and you are not wanting partnerships. For others of you, you might be confronted with the need to look at partnerships. There's the 2 of Cups there, there's the Lovers there, but maybe you are healing this thing around loverships or other kinds of partnerships. Maybe you are healing your heart. Maybe you've been hurt so many times before, and there's healing going on. So this, even though it's reversed, might be a successor to this, because I feel you're still working on your complete financial and practical independence. I think you're still working on that, but I feel it's a precursor to maybe a lovership, the whole tutti, maybe, if that's the whole tutti for you. With the 9 of Coins, you get the 5 of Cups again. So you definitely have to look at, dear hearts, spilt milk, you need to confront that spilt milk, where you look at the pain rather than the partnership. Oh, I like that. I think something to do with partnerships is playing on your mind, or maybe very important for you right now. Whether it's being conscious of why you're rejecting it, or rejecting it knowing that it will come in the future, or just opening yourself up to confronting why it's a thing for you. What is it that you are healing with regard to partnerships and your view of them? With the devil, you get judgment. So there's something to do with, there might be a person around you that has strong feelings for you, like lusty feelings for you, or that you have for. But this is around you, and it might be something you thought was over, but it's not. This could be, look at that. The devil there again, under this Knight of Coins, and I pushed it off by mistake. Wow, very interesting. So the devil is playing a strong role in your life, and it could well be a Capricorn, you know. But the devil is showing you something to do with power, dear hearts. You have not confronted something about how you use or abuse power. I don't think it's abuse, but maybe this is an invitation to you to please watch my devil video. I think I'll put the devil one and the Eight of Swords one at the end, where I speak about the positives of the devil as a teacher, basically. And you know, in the last deck that I used, that was one of the things that really upset me. They've taken out the devil, they've taken out the Hierophant. So what is the tarot then? I mean, the tarot is a teacher, right? And we are taught by things that we perceive as good, and by things we perceive as bad. And the devil is just about power. It's about power. And if we ignore power, that's a problem. Yeah? We pretend doesn't exist, this issue, you know? You're not a man. Anyway, so there's this thing, maybe there's something you feel passionately about that you haven't, I was going to say overcome. So maybe there's something about overcoming. Maybe there's an overcoming of a relationship with power. There's an overcoming of something that you thought was bad that is not within yourself or within another. You could be coming to terms with power within yourself and learning not to judge that. And this could be another that you thought was not there anymore, another offer that you thought you were over, and you aren't, and it comes back. It's like that. Something like that. You know, it could be a job that you thought I'm never going back there, and it comes back. And it comes back, but it comes back, and you are much more confident. You're much more, you know how to harness the energy of the devil. And then you get a chance for a rebirth. With the Seven of Cups and the Page of Wands in the near future, don't let the choices make you feel like you can't make one. Well, for some of you, you might have a number of from those choices to look good for you, and that's okay. But don't let too much choice make you feel that you are not able to move forward. I feel like you will make a choice of one, but don't let it stymie you, don't let it stifle you, and feel like, oh, I can't do anything. And then in your advice, you get the fourth. Both of these cards are about balance, or at least I'm seeing that. You know, for some of you, it is about give and take, which is the Justice card. So your advice is to find balance. Look at balance in your life. How do you be more balanced, especially when it comes to finances? Yeah. You see, I feel like here there's a love thing going on, or a passion thing, whether it's a lovership or work whatever, and there's a financial thing. They are interrelated. They are very, very interrelated. And I feel this advice might also be in you talking truths or being wise in how you invest for some. Ace of Cups with the Nine of Wands. So this offer, I feel, you might, this offer that comes in helps you release some kind of way of some self-defeating behavior, defensiveness, and maybe that's what this is about. This Five of Cups is you are defensive in matters of the heart, not necessarily love, but those things that maybe cause you to open your heart. Maybe you get defensive around them because you don't trust your heart, you don't trust things to work out in your favor because of the past, that kind of thing. But I feel this offer is going to lead you to let your guard down in some way. And I think that's it. Group 3, let me see. You get the Ace of Wands in reverse. Let's see. You know, and the World card, suggesting that something's not over. I feel like it's this dealing with your demons, looking at your issues, these issues that have come up for you, you know, in order to move forward. So I feel like things are looking good, but you have a lot of healing to do and confrontation of this self and how you are in certain situations, dear hearts, how you play yourself short, or how you you don't trust. Maybe you're being called on to trust more and to speak up. Okay, group 3, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helps you. I send you lots of love and I wish you a wonderful 2022. Bye. Welcome back, group 4. This is, I'll start with your reading for the year ahead. Just a quick one. Your theme, the theme. Oopsie. So it looks like you might have 2 suitors in your life, water sign and earth sign, but your theme is being the, I don't know if this is the queen or king, it doesn't matter, but being your own, your theme for the year ahead is love, group 4. It's a love. It's to have an open heart. Just keep your heart open. Keep your heart full of joy. What's working, what could work against you is the 9 of Wands. And this is taking on too much, dear hearts. Don't take on too much. What's working for you is the King of Coins. So you might have someone around you who, a lover, an earth sign maybe, but a person, or maybe it's a person or an offer of financial abundance. So you might have a lot of finance, like feel a lot of, all the money you need, it looks like, is available to you. It's beautiful. Your advice is the Page of Swords and the Page of Swords and the 10 of Cups. Wow. your advice is to speak up, keep a clear mind, just let your year be about speaking clearly, speaking truth, speaking up for yourself and for your 10 of Cups. This is joy, abundance. This is talking up for yourself with regard to this complete emotional fulfillment, whether it's in love or it's in everything, is standing up for yourself, speaking truths, constantly keeping that as your beacon with your open heart. This is what I deserve and nothing less. Hey, beautiful group 4. Now, let's go on to your reading for the next 2 weeks. On the road. Judgment in the reverse is beneath the deck. Okay. Wow. There's some harsh energy here. Let's see. 3 of Swords. So it feels to me like, wow, you got your Knight of Swords in your theme, right, for the year. So where are you not speaking out for yourself in relation to something or someone who's hurt you deeply, group 4? There's some deep hurt, and it looks like you are needing to call on that to protect yourself. You need to think about the 2 of Wands, and that's in the reverse. I think that you are being called on to not be complacent in looking after yourself. I think that this Judgment card here is talking about the judgments you hold against yourself, and you allow other people to hold against you. You need to be doing a lot of TLC for yourself. In the near past, you get the 4 of Wands, and this is about stability. So you come from a place of having had stability, and it looks like it was lost, or you are coming out of a place of a lack of stability, group 4. There looks like a lot of pain here. You in your unconscious is the 5 of Coins, and it talks about feeling like the outsider. It is in reverse, so you might be finding your way out of that. Sometimes we feel like an outsider because we've waited for something, it hasn't come in. We've been misunderstood. People are treating us badly. That's what's coming up here. You get the 2 of Coins in the reverse. So you are struggling with balance yourself. You are trying to juggle things. and find balance maybe. And I think these two speak a lot about money. There's a money aspect, there's a your own sense of stability, and it's tied up with emotions as well. But that's a lovely card to get in your near future, though, by the way. It looks like something's going to come and make you very happy. Around you get the Nine of Swords, and that's like not sleeping well, worrying. I think you're very worried, or maybe people around you are worrying, and it's causing you to feel unbalanced or feel like there's a lack of balance. You get the Nine of Cups in the near future, such emotional fulfillment. So maybe something's going to come along. We'll see with the clarifiers that makes you feel very emotionally fulfilled, makes you happy. You have the King of Wands as your, it's a king or queen, I don't know, don't really care. It's that energy of owning your power. This is your advice, is to trust in yourself, believe in yourself, harness the energy of the King of Wands. The King of Wands, of all the kings and queens, the king and queens are about confidence, they're about creativity, they're about action. So it's like strike when the iron is hot. That's the thing that I'm getting. But in the outcome, you get the Two of Swords, and this talks about indecision. You might get more than something comes in. You might get a number of offers that leave you undecided and feeling imbalanced. But that's not a bad thing, right? And look at this. Oh no, I thought it was the Two of Cups. So let's see what else. Oh no, wrong cards. Did I? Oh yes. Oh wow. Four of Cups was beneath, and I shuffled, and Four of Cups is beneath again. And it talks about not closing yourself off. Be open to offers from Spirit, whatever form they take. Be open, like be willing to take risks and stuff like that is what I'm thinking. Beneath the deck, you get the King of Wands. Oh, wow. There you go. You need to... There might be a King of Wands around you that has... that's fire sign around you, or that makes an offer to you, or something that's passionate, that makes you feel passionate comes in. And it could also be you taking on this energy of the King of Wands, like action, confidence, creation, Wow. Oh God, I didn't even think about this. You are going through it. Group 4, you're going through a lot of pain, but going through this pain is also a healing. It's not pleasant, it's not, but the thing about this is that it's not saying it's going to happen. It's saying this is what is going on for you. There's a lot of pain, and I feel you need to acknowledge it. I think you need, like, I've been feeling like crying a lot, and it's not for any, well, maybe I've been at home and I've been, I miss my mother, but I've also had friends behave badly, but they're not even significant, but it's been hurtful. But maybe it's because I miss my mama, and so I acknowledge those tears. I acknowledge them, and maybe that's what you are being guided to do, is whatever pain you're going through, you need to acknowledge it and allow yourself to cry. With this, there's a need for, I really feel like this is saying you need to stand up for yourself in some way. If people have hurt you, you need to stand up and say so. That's a strong theme here. This is the Page of Swords, right? Page of Swords. It is in the upright, and it's being willing to speak truths, being willing to cut through stuff. But you get it with the Ace of Wands in reverse. It's the self-belief is what you need to harness, and maybe you are struggling with that at the moment. But there's definitely a need to speak out for yourself. Don't be afraid of the consequences, group 4. You don't have to speak in a destructive way. You can do it in a constructive way. Take the power of the dragon, on it. You get the Two of Wands. With it, you get the Wheel of Fortune. So, you know what I feel? I feel it's acceptance now. Now, when I look at it now with the Wheel of Fortune, acceptance of where you are, acceptance of the pain, acceptance of the healing, allowing that. It doesn't mean you don't act, right? It's first accepting and not pretending it's not happening, It's accepting it and then acting on that basis, on the basis of knowing it and of maybe taking time out to think about it and then acting. So in the near past with the Four of Wands, you get the Empress. So it does feel like you come out of this place of having felt fulfilled, but you were the Empress, so you felt like the Empress, and then you lost that. The Empress is abundant. They Taurus energy, sexually fulfilled. They have all the sensual things in life. They just feel good about themselves, and that's what you come out of. You had that, and it's almost like something went wrong with that, or maybe you had a falling out with a Taurus, or someone you considered to be the Empress, your Empress. No matter how you identify, it's the Empress energy. In the unconscious, I feel like healing. You do your healing, dear hearts. I feel like you are going to be presented with choices in the next week or so. There are going to be options that appear to you. Wow, you get the Two of Wands with the Two of Coins. So there's this week, the 2 weeks ahead are about finding balance, about also taking time out to be still before you act, finding balance. And that balance is also about starting to value yourself more. Owning your power, of the King of Wands is valuing yourself, believing in yourself. Taking time out for contemplation is also important with this Two of Coins and Two of Wands, finding that balance, the give and take. How do you give? How do you receive? It's that kind of thing. And I think it's related to how you stand up for yourself. Group 4. You get the Nine of Swords with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is in reverse. So is there something you are resisting, Group 4? There might be something. So you're having these sleepless nights. You're having these negative thoughts. You're having your mind churning. And yet it seems to me there's a way out. And that is by looking at something from a different perspective. And maybe it is this pain. Maybe it is this acknowledgement of your pain, your hurt, whatever, and owning that, and then taking a step back and thinking about how you confront the pain doers, or confront the pain. The pain could be self-inflicted, or it could be completely out of your hands. It might not be a person. It could be life, with the Wheel of Fortune there. But is there another way you can look at this that helps you relieve that? It could even be that you don't seek counsel normally, and now you are seeking. The looking at it from a different perspective is by seeking counsel or doing something differently, you know. And look at this in the near future. I feel like it's almost like offers of abundance and happiness come your way. Many offers, maybe a number of offers, but they leave you sitting pretty, feeling like the king of coins, like you have control of your life. But I feel it starts with your attitude. It starts with you taking your power back, doing this healing first, I feel. And there's your advice is, I think that you need to do cheerful things in the next 2 weeks, you know. Look towards the sun, maybe work with the sun, the solar plexus, the sun. Sit out in the sun, group 4. Do sun work, you know, work with the sun. Take back your power, and that's part of your healing. And in the near future, you get the 3 of Cups in reverse and the 2 of Swords in reverse. I think some of you are going to be presented with Lovers. And it make you feel like, oh gosh, which way do I go? You know, you also have the choices there. And some of you, it will be presented with different work options maybe, or study options. And it will make you feel like, oh goodness me, now what do I do, kind of thing, you know. Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing for you, group 4. Let me see if there's anything else. You know, the Knight of Wands is the Knight of Coins. So you've got coins, and there are lots of practical things going on for you. The Knight of Coins works slowly and steadily towards their abundance. This is not even abundance. It's more like stability, financial stability. It's being willing to work slowly towards whatever your goal, whatever stability looks like for you. That's just one more take home for you, group 4. I hope this helps you, group 4. I wish you a wonderful 2022. Please like, share, subscribe, and give me your feedback. I'd love to hear. Sending you lots of love. Bye.